In this example, we're doing a statistical study where we want to know the average mean amount of money that all first-year college students spend on school supplies at a certain college called ABC College. So we randomly go out and survey 100 first-year college students at that college. 3 of those students spend $150, $200, and $225. We find in our sample of 100 students that that sample had an average, a mean of $218.74 spent on school supplies. So in this problem, we're asked to identify some of the notation that we're discussing in this unit. We want to identify which of these symbols are appropriate for this problem, and then for the ones that are appropriate, identify their values. So we're going to choose here between pi, mu, x bar, p hat, and n, and identify the meaning of those that are applicable. So let's first of all start with n. N is often the symbol that students find the easiest. N stands for sample size, how many observational units were actually in our sample. And we see there was 100. There were 100 students sampled, so our sample size is 100. Next, let's go ahead and sort out the meaning of these 4 remaining symbols. So in this problem, we're talking about quantitative data. Quantitative data. We would have a big list of dollar amounts from the 100 students that we talked to at the college. We'd have numbers like $150 spent on school supplies, $200 spent on school supplies, $225 spent on school supplies. We'd have a list of 100 numbers. So since this is quantitative data, we can only talk about mu, the mean of the entire population, and x bar, the mean of the sample. So I've crossed out p hat and pi since we'd only use those for examples that relate to categorical data, and we don't have categorical data. We're not looking for a percentage of the population. In this problem, we're dealing with quantitative data, so we're only interested in mu and x bar. So we're going to describe mu and x bar and find their values. Mu is the unknown population mean for the entire population, the average. It is unknown. We do not have the ability to talk to every single student at the college and find out how much every single student at the college spent on school supplies. So it's an unknown number. This average is unknown. Mu. But we do know the value of x bar. X bar is equal to 218.74. It is a known value. It is the sample mean. This is a statistic that we got from our sample. We sampled 100 students. We gathered from each one of those 100 students the amount each one spent on school supplies, and then we added them all up and divided by 100 and found this value, 218.74. It's the mean amount spent on school supplies of the 100 sampled students.